Hello, here I am with Leeowen Barnes again. How are you, Leeowen?
I'm very well, thank you, Mark. Cheers.
Right, what crazy times, right?
Oh gosh, yeah. I think the intensity is definitely. Let's just say it's getting to dizzy new heights.
Well, thanks a lot for coming back again.
No, it's a pleasure.
If anybody watching this has not seen Leeowen before, go back in my channel, look at the first video where we talk about demons and possession and entities and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, we connected quite heavily, and you've helped me out in between calls,
Yeah.
and I'm learning a lot from you. And I think we're going to have to talk initially on this call about JCK.
Yes, you took the words right out of my mind. Yeah, literally. Yeah.
We didn't consult. I've just watched her new video about Pine Gap and the indigenous
Yeah.
people, the stolen generation.
That's right. Yeah.
Every time I listen to her, I get lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Goosebumps all over me now.
That's the native Indian guide with you, no doubt.
You reckon? Yeah, I've got a native Indian guide.
Definitely a native elder behind you. That on the last video that we done, there was definitely someone behind you with their hands on your shoulders behind you. So yeah, you're definitely being supported by higher energies and higher forces.
Oh, well, I know that to be true. And to be honest, in the last week, it's just been going off the charts. And I know you did a bit of work on me as well. And
Yeah, it's funny because the JCK, the lady, she really sort of since she's sort of blown up on the internet. I mean, she really has blown up like quite fast within the space of maybe a week or two. She's had like 14,000 followers just like that. And because what she's talking about, relevant information that we all need to hear at this time. It's very, very important. And something that we'd also previously spoke about, Mark, is the fact that there's been a lot of, there's been like a dark mist of energy that's been sort of cast over all of us at the moment and pulling us down. So we're not excelling, through the veil. They want us to keep in this paradigm, the negativity, the not being able to get out and to be trapped. And funny enough, actually, I had a call earlier from a friend who I'd done some healing work probably about a year ago. Haven't spoke to him quite recently. And suddenly today he was like, Lee, I've got something going on, buddy. He goes, got a friend here. I told him about what you did for me. My life has changed. It's gone all the way straight up. Can you do some work with this guy? And he's like, yeah, no worries. And literally got on the phone to me and he was like, hi there, Lee, how's it going, mate? And he goes, look, I'm feeling really trapped. I'm feeling this energy. I'm getting bad anxiety. I don't know. I feel like there's no hope. And I spoke to him for 2 or 3 short minutes, Mark. And I was just explaining a few things, what was going on, quite lightly, because I didn't want to fry his brain too quickly in regards to what is really going on. But he was like, oh, Lee, you've actually given me some light at the end of the tunnel straight away, just by hearing those words, and that was really good. It was really positive and uplifting to again, it's another person that I can help on this journey, just like yourself, Mark. You're pushing that energy out. People are jumping on that energy and going, wow, this is shocking me, but this is something that is really, really, is definitely taking place. And again, it's all about the feel. Everything is about the feel. It's not, people, we're always so sort of tanked up in the idea of, what we can physically see and what we physically do and things like that. And it's the metaphysical side that's also very, very important at this time.
Well, for anybody watching this who hasn't seen JCK's videos, I'll do a link in the description. But in summary, and I have mentioned it on a couple of other videos, but in summary, she's been remote viewing underground Australia and she's done other videos about other places in the world as well, but focusing on Australia.
Yeah.
Because a lot of dark shit has been going on in Australia over a long period of time. And the first video was about basically seeing hell with a minotaur and cyclops and demons and other creatures with a kind of industrial, I don't know, I kind of imagine it was like a conveyor belt of human children being devoured by these monsters, and a giant whirlpool down there. And it's these creatures that are real and are deep underground, and the Alliance has been fighting. And the video, well, I just want to mention something actually, because I've been aware of my pineal gland for quite a long time. It has given me incredible visions in the past, and then it stopped working for a couple of years. But it started working again recently in the last few months. And I've been getting visions, right? But I've not told anybody about them because, well, you know, sometimes you get them and then you wake up in the morning and then by the end of the day you've forgotten all about them, but a bit like a dream. But these are not dreams, right? And I want to explain a couple of these visions. One was, it was about 4 weeks ago, and I was not asleep. I was actively asking my pineal gland to activate, and I was looking with my eyes shut, looking upwards. And then relaxing and letting it come to me. And I was there. For anybody who's never had a vision with the pineal gland, it's hard to explain because it's not like this reality, but it's also not like a dream. It's also not like a movie. It comes at you in a kind of reality that no special effects could ever fully depict. It's actually beyond beautiful, right? The colors are incredible. The textures, it's all very different. But it's extremely, extremely real. And what I saw with this one about 4 or 5 weeks ago was exactly what JCK described. It was like a minotaur. Like a big male, strong, like a human, massive, strong, a bit like you, big fella, but with like a bull's head and, you know, and horns. And the texture of the skin was almost metallic silver with red fleckles in it, and it was kind of looking at me sideways and snorting, and you know, seeing if I was scared, and I was like, well, yeah, I'm not scared.
Not remotely. I
was like, yeah, I know I'm supposed to be, but come on, I've been around too long, and you know, and it was kind of, and that was the end of that one. And then very quickly, the most recent one, or the one before the last one, was a fire. Like people, like fire, a whole place just setting on fire, and then people jumping out of windows and trying to escape it. And me looking through a window, and I couldn't get through the window to help them. And then I saw the California fires picture the other day, which was just like a car running away from the fire. Because I was like, what fire? What could that be about? I had no idea what it's about.
Absolutely.
So this is happening to me. What everything she's put out so far, she's a wonderful person. It's just amazing, and the reason why she's gone viral is because it's connecting with people, right? Who
absolutely
kind of know this. I think we all know this. It's kind of a dim knowledge that we have. That's like kind of, it's like a light bulb that's going.
Mark, I think you're absolutely right, and a lot of it is for us, as I say. I think, as you said, that all the answers are inside of us, and they always have been. But it's also nice to have another person sort of channeling into you, and then also giving you some confirmation of stuff that only you would know, but that person is now relaying back to you. And you go, well, okay, well, that's really good because you've seen that site, that there's something that I personally have experienced and have seen, and that there just, it clarifies and it confirms, and it helps you to be more at ease with the idea of the visions that you are getting are not just random visions or random ideas or anything like that. Because a lot of people, you know, they do kind of think, oh, well, yeah, Mark, that could just be your brain, you know, wishful thinking or this, that, and the other. No, it's not, because it's as you described it, you kind of, it's not that you zone out, but there's almost a part of your consciousness goes to the scene, witnesses it, brings that information back, and then suddenly you're then that's almost as if like there's two parts of yourself connect together and go, oh gosh, I've just witnessed that. And then when it comes back, when your consciousness comes back into the being, then it then confirms with itself that what it has seen is something that is, you know, that it's a vision that you've seen elsewhere. But sometimes we don't always, a lot of it's quite cryptic sometimes, the information that we get. It doesn't say, by the way, Mark, there's a fire in California, that's where it is. you know, so your mind will get drawn to areas and places. And just like with the lady was saying, that the JCK, she was saying that, you know, a lot of the time, you know, it's almost as if she didn't get control of everything. You know, she was almost taken to these places to be, you know, to look and to view certain scenes and stuff, even though that she had the idea. But again, there will be, as you say, the elders, the higher self automatically knows what it's supposed to be doing. You know, and it's on that dimension with the source energy. And it's already mapped this out to what it wants to learn and what it wants to experience. But us, it's like, it's all fun and exciting because we're going, wow, gosh, I wasn't expecting that. But your higher self is giggling and laughing and going, well, yes, because this is what you want to experience.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to be here now. This is why you want to be alive and aware of all, you know, what the experience has to offer. So,
well, I'm certainly starting to enjoy it. You know, when I get to see more nonsense from the governments about COVID, I'm just laughing at it now. But anybody watching this that thinks we're talking absolute bollocks, I just want to bring something up, and that is that you can research this. Remote viewing had more money spent on it in the military in Russia and America, at least, than anything except atomic weapons.
Yeah,
they invested billions into remote viewing. They had remote viewing teams. I've read books on remote viewing, and I've done some remote viewing myself before in the past. And you know, it's real, it's incredible, and they spent the money because they were literally able to spy on. They'd be able to go into an office and look through documents. They got to the point where they could actually psychically kill people.
Yeah,
right? Which is not beyond the realms of possibility at all.
No, it's not, Mark. Everything is energy, Mark. Once you understand that, it's something, I'll give you an understanding. Not that I want to. I mean, I know that in this lifetime, I've like yourself, we're all about the energy, the love, and the light. Of course we are, but we also know that there's a level of bullshit that you've got to get through to understand that. I mean, I've got a couple of friends that got their own channels and things, and they're all about, you know, be with one and all this, that, and the other. And to be honest, you've kind of got to accept the whole circumference of everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, the everything, to really appreciate what is really going on at this time. And that's not just all love and light, because we really know that's not what it's all about. It's also about, as you say, with the likes of, you know, Mr. Trump and the Q and all the groups that are behind, you know, what I would say a magnificent man. And he started the massive ball rolling, which again, this, as you know, Mark, it's been planned for such a long time.
Yeah.
And on the back of this virus, they're using it to their advantage, because as we know, whenever there's a lockdown in any areas, we know that there's something going on in that area. So it could be being cleared out. I think I heard a little while ago, I think it was in Aylesbury, there was mini earthquakes and things like that, which is, again, there's no, I don't think there's any fault lines or anything there. No, so you know, and I think you're going to find more so over the coming weeks. There's going to be local lockdowns in areas. I think I heard there's areas of Wales today. Not exactly. So, you know, beyond everyone's going, oh my gosh, I must get tested. You know, oh my God, COVID. You know, and again, it's just a lovely distraction, so that, you know, the forces are going in, they're clearing out the crap. And crap is putting it mildly, Mark, as you know. It is that.
Well, you know, JC talks about some of the demons escaping, hence the because these are real creatures. Hence the need for the what's the curfew in Victoria.
Yeah.
So I know this is true. You know, that's all. Where's the evidence? Where's the proof? Well, you know, do you really want to see pictures of demons and mutilated children? I don't. But this is why this is the time of intuition. This is why this is the time to meditate and to stop using fluoride and things like that. Try and get your pineal gland working. Try to get some peace and inner knowing, because that's what this is about. Because that's the shift to the golden age that we're experiencing now. Is these magical powers that we have that you know, you start realizing are actually, we've all got it. We can all use them. all you've got to do is you know, allow yourself permission to explore it.
Tap into it, isn't it? To tap into your being so that you can activate these, you know, these beings. I mean, when I've done, Mark, when I the other day when we'd done a little clearing with you within your heart, there was like within people's heart centers, they've got like I see like an activation button, and when I press that button within inside the heart energetically, your whole being just ignited up, like it was just like a big bright white light that just completely filled your body. And just to see that was just like beautiful. And I felt it when I felt the energy come back at me to say, thank you, that's been done.
Guess what I did right after that? I wrote that poem, We See You.
Oh, yes, you did. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, that's, again, they're all words that will speak to people, Mark, and that's what it's all about. It's all about getting the message out to people.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's also, I was talking the other day with somebody, it's not about views or subscribers, it's just actually having the words said out in the open.
But don't get me wrong, Mark, we all want, you know, the numbers so that it spreads further and further and further. I mean, look
that's true, and they may be suppressing the numbers because I know they fiddle with things like that, but
yes, they do.
It's the very act of speaking truth in the real world, just that act, because we're all connected.
Yes, we are.
It has an effect. It has an effect. Just saying it out loud.
Yeah,
I'm saying stuff out loud now that 3 months ago I'd have gone, no, you can't say that out loud.
Yeah,
but I don't care now.
No, and that's good, Mark. And I think that's how, you know, how it should be. And a lot of people are scared, like as you say, JCK, bless her. She's sort of saying, right, enough's enough. You know, I'm going to tell everybody what is really going on. I want everybody to know.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really important message. And, you know, with too many people are bothered about what people think of them. You know, if they step outside the box, that they think, oh, well, I should be, because I people might frown upon me or they might look at me. Just for example, you know, I'll be going out in the shop and I ain't got no mask on or anything. And it's quite hard for me because I'm a carer. So I've got a certain level of responsibilities and things that other people expect of me. And then I'm sort of walking around and people, to be honest, no one's bothered me about it, you know, and I'm gone. And it is hard. I'm in the street and I see somebody and I'm like, look, please just take the mask off. You're really hurting yourself and you're really not doing yourself any justice at all here. Yeah. And it is difficult, but as you say, everybody's on their own journey, Mark. And this is the problem with, you know, it's not a problem. You just got to appreciate that all we can do, plant the seed and see their flower and their garden will grow into something different from weeds, but it's been continuously growing God knows how long. Yeah. So it is a time, you know, a time thing. But at the moment, everything is accelerating at, like, you know, I don't want to use the Star Trek warp, but it is going warp 10. It is seriously, it is catapulting now. There's people around me that have been so far in the dark and asleep. They're seeing that the TV's all a load of shit, and it's just no good for anybody. It's not good for your mind. And it's funny because even with the likes of my wife and stuff, we'll be, you know, we'll have the TV on, and then suddenly we turn it off and don't watch it for a couple of weeks or whatever. Yeah, and suddenly the whole energy and everything changes instantly. And it is just a program and tool that they've used for 60, 70, 80 years. You know, it's just...
Well, they don't even hide that. They call it TV programs.
TV programs.
That's what they do.
Tell a lie, vision.
Exactly. So the other thing that's popped up is that tomorrow, this currently the 16th of September, we're recording this, but apparently the 17th of September is supposed to be a very big day. And I think Trump's mentioned something about it, but also JCK said something about it today, saying that the original spirit from the original people that was guiding her through this thing in Woomera or Pine Gap said that it's all, as of tomorrow, it's done.
Wow. So that's quite interesting.
And confirmation of that now.
Yeah. 17Q.
I know.
You know, how many more the wonderful thing about this, all the symbology is being used against, you know, the whole, you know, the dirty mafia pedophiles, you know, it's being used against them.
That doctor on Good Morning Britain, I heard yesterday, said 666 out loud on national TV.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I haven't actually managed to see the clip, but
What's that got to do with a bag of chips? Technically, you know what I mean? Why are they shouting that from the rooftops? So, but the funny thing is actually 666 itself is
no,
actually not.
it's a good number.
It's a good number, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
they're trying to, again, everything is inverted, isn't
inverted.
it?
Yeah,
Everything's
yeah.
inverted. Yeah.
Because 666 is actually the number of Saturn, and Saturn is not. I think it's being used to transmit information, but it doesn't mean that it's bad in and of itself. It's a bit like saying money's evil. It isn't. It's what you do with it.
Absolutely, and that's it. Everything is energy. Once you understand that, it's just your perception of it itself. It is, you know, we could both be looking at a painting, Mark. I'd say, oh, that looks like this, and you'll go, no, it looks like that. Again, it's perception. So everything's perception.
So on a personal note, I got psychically attacked on Saturday afternoon. You helped me out. I think it'd be interesting for people watching this to say what that was like from your perspective.
Mark, when we spoke,
But let's just be careful. The thing that I was talking about, I don't want to talk about that online.
Absolutely. No, yeah. I understand that. I appreciate that. When we spoke, there was a sense of and I felt strongly, even when I came back in after the conversation, sort of spoke to my wife, I was just like, oh, something made me feel really uneasy like that. I was being monitored, and we were both being monitored through the conversations. There's no two ways about that. And I felt that very loud and clear. And because of the information that you're also putting out there, you're getting information out there that, again, that people have been trying to suppress, and there's no two ways about that. And that's why, you know, you will be getting funny looks, and people will be looking at you in a completely different manner based on the fact that, again, no one wants, you know, the masses out there, they don't really want to know the real truth of what is really taking place at the moment.
Well, I'll just tell you this little story quickly. This morning, dropping the kids off at school, I don't have a contract. I top my phone up 20 quid every month. Yeah. And so it had run out. So I went and bought a top up, put it in, it charged up. I then went to the cafe for a coffee, and then it stopped working, just stopped working. And then I couldn't make a phone call. And then I connected to the Wi-Fi in the cafe, and then that stopped working. And it was like, and this is happening to me every day. It's just like one thing after another to try, you know, the computer's not working, then it suddenly goes really slow, even though I've cleaned out all the memory. Just loads and loads of things going on like this. But I recognize them. I'm used to them. And, yes. And thanks to your help, I'm starting to have more confidence in being able to, you know, remove them.
Yeah, Mark, I mean, once, this is the thing with like all the, you know, all your listeners and everything, once you sort of sit with yourself and, as you say, you go inside, and just, people say about meditation can come in any shapes and forms. Going out for a walk is a form of meditation.
Yeah.
You know, listening to some relaxation music or a particular song that you enjoy and you like is a form of meditation, because it's just channeling your energy into a space where it's just in a single space instead of in multi different places. So, you know, meditation is kind of, you know, is looked upon as, oh, you need to be, you know, something you need to practice for months and years. Like anything, though, it's a muscle, isn't it? You know, if you do something continuously, you then develop the energy lines within your mind, your subconscious, and then before you know it, your subconscious, you know, automatically goes into play whenever you activate a particular idea. Just like when you want to tune into yourself, as soon as you say it, your mind is going, oh, okay, let's tune inwards, you know, and then boom, and then suddenly visions are coming through, and, you know, that's what's, you know, that's what's really important at the moment. And something that I've been just not holding back, but I'm waiting to talk about. It's quite funny through the biblical times where we were told about a hell under earth, and I'd, you know, gone in and thought, I never heard about anything about hell, and I'd never, you know, even in my consciousness awareness, I never thought there was such a thing like hell per se. I heard that there was such places in the astral realms and stuff like that, but didn't realize of how the massive perspective of it, which is obviously currently going on at the moment in regards to, you know, as I say, under Australia, the big fiery pit, you know, but the thing is, that's been used in a context, again, fear fair to say, well, if you don't comply this way, this is where you're going to go. And really, it's got nothing to do with that, as we know. It's just that,
Well,
for God knows how
maybe.
long.
So I just had a thought. Maybe that's your classic hidden in plain sight stuff, because, you know, which is the biggest purveyor of that idea on the planet has been the Catholic Church, right?
That's right.
And the biggest network of paedophiles on the earth in the last 2,000 years is the Catholic Church, right?
Church. That's right.
Which is why Italy went first when COVID hit, because and the Vatican and Venice and all of that evil that was there. Yeah. And apparently, I don't know if you've heard, but there's supposed to be a giant demon tied up down beneath the Vatican. Have you heard about that?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I think it's funny, really, because there's a gentleman I follow on YouTube. He's a bit of a sorcerer and practices a lot of magic and summoning demons and things, and he does it quite well, and he really understands. And I think is it the demon, is it the Belial, I think his name is. He's channeled him a lot of times and got information from him. It's quite interesting because it's like the way everything is put into place. Obviously, these entities or energies, they all want something in return. You know, they're quite happily to help you on your way to achieve anything you want, but they want something from you. So, as I say, with the regards to the JCK videos and stuff, and she really, you know, explained, you know, that these demonic entities, beings, they were, you know, literally anything round the blood and things like that. Yeah, they were sapping all this energy from the blood that was being spilled, you know, and it just signifies about how really powerful our blood actually is. It's not just a physical concept. Yeah. It's spiritually, it is currency.
100%.
So, yeah.
I mean, she said in the Pine Gap video today as well that what she's got shown yesterday was something I've been very familiar with, which is like these underground labs. And there are these soldiers there working in these labs, these military type people. But she said they were very robotic, and that there was this Minotaur again. This Minotaur came up again, but it was caged and it was letting out a terrible scream. And then she said it was really a chimera, and that they were, and that what they've been doing. And then she saw just rape and murder of loads of children, and she was crying on the video. Yeah. But I think this information people have to process this, because it's really been happening. But she said that they've been literally trying to get the essence of the DNA of the original people, because they know that they're magical, powerful people, and they want full control over that, and they want to stop us having this connection with the earth.
Yes, that's right.
And all of that makes sense to me.
Yes, and that's the thing about with the current times we're in at the moment. As I say, I mean, it's been said that, you know, Trump and his team have really, you know, they've had to call in, you know, sorcerers themselves to combat, you know, the negativity and the harmful energies from these demonic entities that are, you know, are trying to pull the strings. So it's really, so they're literally fighting fire with fire, you know, to get, you know, it's almost, I mean, people talk about light and dark and things like that, and I think with the regards to light and dark, you do need the yin and the yang, and you need it on a balance. I don't think you need it all just one way. I think it needs to be kind of balanced. And at the moment, it hadn't, you know, probably the last 1,000 or maybe probably longer years, it hasn't been that way. Everything has been dark ages. And now we're sort of coming into the Bronze Age stroke, you know, Enlightenment age, which is where we're at now. And now, as I said, I think it has been. I mean, I don't like the whole idea of being prophesized, but there's too many indicators that that's the way it's looking.
Yeah. I mean, there's prophecies all over the world that this is the time. And, you know, if you'd said to me I'd be talking about demons on YouTube a few weeks ago, even, I'd have laughed at you. But yeah, it's real. So, are you feeling optimistic? You looking forward to the next week?
I am, yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm quite intrigued. As you say, what's the date today?
16th, 17th.
17th being, you know, being tomorrow. Yes, I am very intrigued about sort of what is to come. But I mean, I think I heard something along the lines. I think I did hear about the 17th of September. and also someone repeat the date of the 25th of September as well. So I'm not sure sort of what that's all about either. But I think, again, it is all about just we're riding the waves at the moment. And this is the thing, that we're riding the waves. And I think a lot of people with their own personal problems and stuff, and dealing with all their anxiety and stuff, because this energy is really like waving like through all our beings at the moment. It's pushing everything up to the surface for things to be resolved, and people are not understanding this. This is something also that, you know, there's probably why, and with all the fear mongering on the TV and stuff there to top it off, you know, is pushing people over the edge, you know. So at this time, it is really important to, I'd say, ground yourself and try and connect yourself to earth. And how a simple process, Mark, you can literally close your eyes, relax, put yourself in an energy bubble where it's full of light. Just imagine roots growing from your feet into the Mother Earth, right to the center of the earth. And you'll bring all that heightened emotion and energy, and you'll just ground that through your whole body and out your feet into earth. And then you'll just be on a level playing field. And I often do this, you know, when my wife is stressed out because of work and whatever she's doing, I just say, look, just take, you know, a few minutes out, just ground yourself and you'll be fine. And you know, literally 9 times out of 10, she'll come back to me and say, yeah, I feel absolutely fine now. So this is something that everybody can easily practice. You don't need to be some spiritual guru to do any of this. And it's something that I would also like to teach, you know, simple things that everybody can use on a daily basis. I mean, I'll give an example. I go out for walks. I'm out in nature as much as I can now, which is what it's all about. But also, the wife, you know, she'll, I've twisted my ankle a bit, and I'll just touch her ankle, and I'll tell her ankle just to be better and that it's strong and that it's healthy. And then suddenly we're walking off, and she says to me, I said to her, how's your ankle? She went, oh, I totally forgot about it. It's totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing that for years with my kids. I just literally put my hand over their knee, hold it there, so it's healing.
Yeah.
And it works.
It does. And the thing is, we are very, very powerful beings beyond measure. And these entities and stuff know that, and they want what we have got. Hence why have been draining us of our essence for such a long time. So, you know, at present, Mark, I think it's time for, you know, as you say, everybody just to stand up and just say, you know what, I'm not taking this shit no more.
Yeah.
You know, why? You know, we are freedom fighters, and we always will be. And again, you know, I've had a few debates over you know, Facebook and stuff in the past, and you know, I mean, it has been quite tough because you do get attacked, you know, about certain subjects and things. And I just say it politely and easily, and I just say, look, guys, don't believe me. Do your own research. If you don't like what I post, if you don't like then just scroll past it. You know, don't worry about it. It's not a problem.
Yeah, well, I've always I mean, these type of chats are going to appeal to people that are ready for it, and that's the way it goes.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, Mark, that, you know, and I think with everybody inside that are listening to these conversations, you know, I've already had a few people contact me from the last video talking to me about subjects, and I've had one-to-one conversations with them as well. And it's a pleasure. And there, as I say, everybody is almost being brought up to par on a level rate within weeks, whereas me and you, we've been doing it for years and years, and they're pulled up to that level within weeks. So everything is really speeding up at the moment.
Oh, yeah, it's palpable.
Yeah, massively
palpable. Yeah. So look, that was a fantastic chat. I think maybe we should do this weekly, just a little.
Well, I'd be more than happy to do this, Mark. I mean, you know, you pick a subject, you steer it where you'd like it to go, and we'll crack on. And we'll.
Well, you know, we've got stuff to talk about from the perspective of people that understand entities and stuff like that. And JCK's just been an amazing. We had to talk about that today because it's just too interesting.
It's a very hot topic at the moment, Mark. It's a very hot topic, and she is at the moment, as I say, she's just jumped on all our radars at the moment, and I feel for her. I mean, it's a beautiful gift that she's able to just, you know, go into like almost like a trance state and just take her consciousness and to view things, you know, it's not something to be looked at lightly. It's something that's beautiful, and
Well, she's been chosen for that because she'll be able to cope with this as well, and I think she is, and she knows this is her purpose, and she's doing it brilliantly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mark, no, that's all good. I mean, I'm as I say, I'm more than happy to, you know, have these conversations, and I'm sure. I mean, there's so much more that we can talk about, and there's so much more there that everyone needs to know about. So,
well, I mean, you know, the knowledge you've got is going to take a few books to get through anyway. But if people are watching this and they've got specific questions for Leeowen or for me or anything, put them in the comments. And next time we do a video, we'll have a look back in the comments and go through those, because that's a great.
That's a good idea, Mark. Yeah, I'll be well up for that. I'm very, very. That's what I like to be, sort of not tested, but challenged with them questions. Then I can I try and do my best to put it in layman's terms so that people on a grander scale can get the whole picture, instead of, you know, a lot of people that'll be like being trapped, you know, a rabbit trapped in a headlight, you know. So try and do it so that's quite basic, so everybody can kind of grasp.
Well, I think you do that really well. That's right. So we'll do it again soon. It might be tomorrow if the big things happen on the 17th. We'll have a chat about that. But
yeah, I'm up for that. Yeah, I'm about. So yeah, please do.
Brilliant. Great to speak to you.
All right, okay, Mark.
I'll see you later.
Thanks. Take care, buddy. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.